What's up, anime fam? Today, we're diving into a list that deserves way more love than it gets. Top 10 underrated isekai anime with overpowered main characters. Forget the usual Sword Art Online or ReZero. These picks are hidden gems. Stick around because I promise number 1 will surprise you. And hey, drop your favorite isekai down below. Number 10. I'm the evil lord of an intergalactic empire. Banished to another world after his death, Liam is reincarnated into a futuristic galactic empire where nobility rules with corruption and cruelty. Unlike most isekai heroes who dream of being righteous, Liam fully embraces villainy, aiming to become the ultimate evil lord. Armed with advanced technology, an unbeatable fleet, and sheer charisma, he bends destiny to his will. However, his twisted journey is unexpectedly comedic, with his evil often being interpreted as kindness, making him more loved than feared in the Empire. This anime is pure comedy gold. Liam thinks he's some terrifying villain, but in reality, everyone just sees him as a good guy. It's like watching someone try to be Darth Vader, but ending up as Captain America. The space empire setting gives it such a fresh flavor compared to your standard medieval isekai too. And honestly, every time Liam tries to be bad and people cheer him on, I can't stop laughing. Definitely underrated. If you're tired of cookie-cutter fantasy isekai, you need to check this one out. Trust me, you'll binge it. Number 9. Maebashi Witches. Transported to a fantasy realm, ordinary high schooler Kazuto finds himself in Maebashi, a land ruled by mystical witches. Each witch controls a different elemental domain, and together they fight against chaotic distortions threatening their world. Kazuto, armed with latent magical potential, quickly becomes overpowered as he synchronizes with the witch's magic. His power not only tips the balance in battle, but also creates unexpected bonds with these magical guardians. It's a fun blend of magical combat, quirky characters, and a surprisingly emotional undertone. I'll be real, when I saw the title, I thought it was going to be another generic guy with a harem of witches anime. But nope, Maebashi Witches actually has heart. The character arcs sneak up on you, and Kazuto being OP through magical synergy instead of just brute strength feels refreshing. The fights are colorful, wild, and fun, kind of like if Fairy Tail and Madoka had a way more chill cousin. It's not perfect, but it's entertaining as heck and deserves way more views than it gets. Seriously, let me know if you've even heard of this one before. Number 8. The Ambition of Oda Nobunaga. High school student Yoshiharu is suddenly thrown back into the Sengoku era of Japan. But instead of the history he remembers, he encounters gender-swapped versions of legendary warlords, most notably Oda Nobunaga, now reimagined as the ambitious and beautiful Oda Nobunaga. With his historical knowledge of future events, Yoshiharu becomes an essential strategist, helping Nobunaga shape Japan's destiny. Blending real history with fantasy isekai elements, the series offers political intrigue, battlefield strategy, and an unexpectedly sweet relationship between the clueless Yoshiharu and the fierce Nobunaga. I love this one because Yoshiharu's overpowered ability isn't magic, it's history nerd knowledge. He literally saves people with trivia, which is hilarious and brilliant at the same time. Nobunaga is such a boss too, like she carries serious queen energy but also has that softer side. Their chemistry feels way more real than your average isekai romance. And if you're into historical twists with a fantasy touch, this is right up your alley. Honestly, I don't know why more people don't talk about this. It's like the anime version of playing Total War but with waifus. Number 7. Ixion Saga DT Kanhokaze, a gamer, gets pulled into a fantasy world called Mira after receiving a mysterious request. Unlike many isekai protagonists, Kan doesn't instantly become heroic. Instead, he blunders his way through battles with awkward humor. Still, his unexpected strategies and gamer instincts turn him into an overpowered, if unconventional, hero. Traveling with Princess Scarlet and her guardians, Kan finds himself entangled in political struggles, epic battles, and a lot of ridiculous situations that parody the isekai genre itself, while still delivering solid action. Ixion Saga DT is pure chaos, and I mean that in the best way possible. Kan isn't your typical heroic MC. He's basically just a dude who lucks his way into being OP through dumb strategies. Like, his wins feel like someone beating Elden Ring with a banana controller. The anime constantly makes fun of isekai cliches, but it also builds a world that's surprisingly engaging. I laughed way more than I expected watching this. If you're looking for something self-aware that pokes fun at the genre while still giving you solid action, this one's underrated gold. Number 6. My one-hit kill sister Asahi is transported to a fantasy world where he's painfully average. His younger sister Maya, however, gets dragged along too, and she's insanely overpowered. With abilities that can wipe out enemies in a single strike, Maya becomes Asahi's ultimate protector, whether he likes it or not. The twist? Maya's ridiculously attached to her brother, creating a mix of absurd comedy, sibling antics, and over-the-top battles. The series flips the overpowered trope by making the MC's sibling the true unstoppable force of nature. This anime is a straight-up comedy goldmine. Asahi just wants to live his isekai dream, but Maya won't let him breathe without blasting anyone who gets close. The brother-sister dynamic is so chaotic. It's like watching Saitama if he was a clingy sibling. The OP power isn't even the focus. It's the fact that Asahi is stuck in this embarrassing situation while Maya obliterates everything. I laughed so hard at the sibling energy here, but it's also kind of wholesome. Definitely worth a watch if you're tired of overpowered heroes who take themselves too seriously. Number 5. Duel Masters. Shobukira Fuda, a passionate boy obsessed with the card game Duel Masters, is pulled into a dimension where the creatures from the game come to life. With his natural skill and ability to connect with the cards, Shobu quickly becomes a prodigy, battling opponents far stronger than him. While he may not start with raw physical power, his OP status shines through his strategies, heart, and his bond with the game's magical creatures, making him a legend in the dueling world. Okay, I know some of you are probably thinking, isn't this just a Yu-Gi-Oh! Clone? But honestly, Duel Masters has its own charm. Shobu's energy is different. He's not trying to be the chosen one, he just loves dueling for the fun of it. And that passion makes him OP because he always outsmarts people who underestimate him. It's nostalgic, quirky, and honestly kind of refreshing compared to the super serious vibe of Yu-Gi-Oh! If you grew up loving card battle anime, this one is worth a revisit. Who else remembers watching this back in the day? Number 4. The Silver Guardian. Suigen Riku is a poor gamer who excels at online RPGs. When his favorite game's servers shut down, he discovers that its world is real, and he's pulled into it to protect both the game and his childhood friend Rei. Gifted with immense abilities inside the virtual realm, Suigen quickly becomes an overpowered warrior, battling enemies who want to exploit the game's secrets. The Silver Guardian blends virtual reality adventure, romance, and intense battles into a story of courage and loyalty. This is one of those anime you don't expect much from, but end up binging at 3 a.m. Suigen's just a broke gamer IRL, but in the game world, he's a total beast. The way the story blends MMO vibes with romance gives it a different edge. The art style isn't groundbreaking, but the emotion and story carry it hard. If you're into that log in and live in the game kind of isekai, this one deserves way more attention than it gets. Honestly, I was hooked way faster than I thought I'd be. Number 3. Fate Collide Liner Prisma Ilia, Oath Under Snow. This Fate spin-off movie follows Shiro Emiya in an alternate timeline, where he takes on the role of protector for his adopted sister Miyu. Trapped in a brutal isekai-like reality, Shiro faces overwhelming enemies with powers beyond comprehension. What makes him stand out is his sheer determination and reality-bending magic, placing him on the level of the most OP Fate protagonists. Oath Under Snow is a darker, more mature take, blending emotional storytelling with the explosive, stylish battles Fate is known for. Don't let the Prisma Ilia label fool you. This movie is insane. Shiro in Oath Under Snow is on a whole other level. He's pulling off reality-breaking moves that would make Gilgamesh sweat. The action is brutal, but the emotional core, the bond between Shiro and Miyu, hits just as hard. If you're into Fate, you'll love this, but even if you're not, it's got everything. Great fights, dark storytelling, and an overpowered protagonist who earns it. Way too underrated just because it's tied to a spin-off. Watch it and thank me later. Number 2. Choyu Sekai, Being the Reality. Set in a collapsing world where reality and fantasy merge, chosen heroes from different universes gather to restore balance. Among them is Sogo, a protagonist who, after being thrust into this reality-bending battlefield, unlocks powers that surpass even gods. His overpowered abilities allow him to reshape the world itself, making him both savior and target. The anime combines sci-fi aesthetics, multiple dimensions, and a clash of legendary fighters, creating a chaotic yet fascinating isekai adventure with a unique multiverse spin. This anime is chaotic, but in a good way. It throws you into a multiverse mashup where literally anything can happen. Different worlds colliding, insane powers clashing, total madness. Sogo being OP feels natural because the scale is so big. Like he's not just saving people, he's literally reshaping reality. The visuals are trippy, the fights are hype, and while the story feels messy, it's the kind of chaos that makes you keep watching. Barely anyone talks about this one. But if you like bold, experimental isekai, this will be right up your alley. Number 1. Yume Okoku to Nemureru 100 Nin no Uji-sama. A young woman is suddenly transported into the dream world, a realm under threat from creatures called Dream Eaters. There, she meets over 100 princes, each with unique powers tied to their dreams. As the chosen maiden, she awakens their true potential, unlocking powers that make her allies unstoppable. While the concept leans into otome game roots, the main character's influence makes her the ultimate overpowered figure, able to tip the balance in battles that decide the fate of dreams themselves. This one's criminally underrated. Yeah, it's based on an anime game, but the dream-based setting is gorgeous, and the battles are surprisingly intense. The MC herself is kind of the secret OP character, because she literally unlocks other characters' powers. It's like being the ultimate support role, but on god-tier levels. Most people skip this thinking it's just reverse harem fluff, but the world building and action deserve way more credit. Honestly, if you're open to something a little different, this is a hidden gem worth giving a chance. Don't sleep on it just because it looks pretty. And that's a wrap on our list of underrated isekai anime with OP main characters. Which of these surprised you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to see who's watched what. If you enjoyed the list, hit that like B button, subscribe for more anime gems, and as always, stay anime obsessed.